Hello and welcome to the stream. My name is Mycat. Yes, I'm not here again because doing digital art. But yes, it's the stream. It's Wednesday. It's time to do some art, and I've been sat here for the past 5 minutes going, what am I going to draw? As usual. So I had a quick look through some of my pictures on my hard drive, try and get some inspiration and idea, and I have come across an image of Hane Ame, who's a cosplayer. And it's not a costume as far as I'm aware, it's just an image of her in a kimono in sakura blossoms, and it's like, I like that, let's see if I can turn it into Loyu. So that will be my plan. It may not turn out to be Loyu, I might change my mind and do it something else somewhere along the line, but that's where I am at the minute, so that's my thought process. Hello Volon, thanks for popping by, welcome to the stream. So, yes, I now have my setup sorted. Hopefully it's all going to work just as well as it has been. He says, trying to get this to register that I'm clicking on it. One sec. Is it going to... Interesting. I can't get my mouse to work on here. Why is it doing that? 1 second. I've literally only just tried this. From PowerShell. Let's go to whack on tablet properties, and why? Okay, slight issue. So I got myself an adapter so I could still keep using my main monitor and the tablet. The problem is it's not picking up the fact that my tablet... Oh wait, no, that's that monitor. Right, let's try the other monitor, because I've got 3 monitors effectively now, and it's not picking up the one I need it to. So that's that. So go to that. Wait. Yes, I'm getting something. So it just needed me to muck around in this. Yeah, there we go. Right, okay. I may need to remember that for next time. Have to calibrate the tablet to go, oh, that's where it should be. So yeah, I now have, as it stands, I've got a monitor on the side, big monitor on the front with picture on it, and then I have my graphics tablet here. So it was just trying to communicate all 3 together and be like, yes, I want when I use the pen to work here and not here, as it was trying to. That was a bit of fun. Nothing like a bit of entertainment to keep the words to start the stream, I should say. The problem with having 3 monitors is trying to find the mouse cursor when I need it for things. Click on that, give me that. Winamp, yeah. Yes, I still use Winamp. Mwahaha. Let's go for that. Ow, I forgot I turned it up earlier. That was loud in the ears. Woo, I'm totally deaf now. Awesome. Right, anyway. Let's get back to this. So I'm slowly getting used to doing this. Let's just bin that layer. Ooh. I can't bin that layer. So let's do that. Do that. Boop. Layer binned. And start again. Right, give me that, and then that one there. So, pen size, let's set this one to, can I get to 6? Well, 6.3 or 5.8? 5.8 is going to be. Alright, let's just try, and looking at the photographs, see what I can do to sort this out. Alright, yeah, it's just really, really faint for some reason. Probably have to muck around with the settings. Alright, so. So I'm just having a look at this photo as I do this to try and get an idea of composition and anatomy. I just have to remember that Loyu doesn't actually have human ears, so don't draw the human ears. Hey Jay, thanks for popping by. It's actually her shoulder is dropped. Is it there, or would it be more? I think it's more this. It's kind of hard to tell because she's wearing a kimono, so I don't actually see the arm in its entirety. So I'm kind of guessing on this part. Onto the tablet. Oh, cable over. Yes, so managed to wire it up. Got it set up as monitor 3. Slight hiccup to start with because I had to tell the tablet system that it was using monitor 3 and not any of the other monitors. Whoopsie. But yeah, it's working, which is really great. So thank you very much for that. Right, okay, so that hand has to be further in. So maybe put the arm coming down here, more up there, and then put that hand there. Yes, that's more like it. Right, okay. So I'll deal with that in just a second. So yeah, this is going to be a rather messy image to start with because I am just going to try and figure out where the body lies under the kimono, and then draw from there. And it should hopefully be displaying everything that I see just fine. So it should make things a bit easier for you guys following along at home. Do 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 do. So let's put that there. So I'm not too worried too much about all that. This is the main reason I looked at this one. I thought I'll try recreating this photo on the tablet. Is it be an interesting one to try and shade? And actually having a photo reference will mean I can actually practice my colouring and shading. And also it's kind of Twitch friendly, so hey, can't go wrong with that. Oh, I still haven't got that right. Arrgh. Okay, let's work from the other end and work back. So on the picture, you've got the chin there. So, how is everyone doing this evening anyway? As we get into the midweek, we can sort of start looking towards the weekend and thinking, thank God. Unless you've got like a council on the weekend and you're like, oh fuck. I think I've done that hand. Yeah, that hand's too big. Fuck. So most of the day in the garage trying to sort out some computer systems, going to see about loading a virtual hemorrhoid. Ooh, that'd be cool. Yeah, I remember my friend used to have a, when I was back up north, his dad had a pinball machine in the garage. That was awesome. It was one of these, it needed a bit of TLC to it, but, you know, we could boot it up every so often and have a go with it. Oh, I see. I haven't done... So in the image, she's leaning forward a bit more, which would then make sense for the spine being there-ish. You got the chin here. Up to there. Eyebrows. Sorry, I'm slightly quietly yabbering away to myself as I do this and try and figure out how I'm going to anime style this. And if hopefully I've not made that head too big. I may have made it too big, so let's drop those down. Let's bring the eyebrows down to here. That looks better, because then you can have the hair line up to there. And the back. I can go crazy on some of the adornments, but I got an idea on there. Right, okay. Yeah, better. So let's clear out some of this to again make it easier to see what the hell is going on. And still too big. Let's drop that down. That looks better. It's still not great, but again, it's at the moment just testing shape and form, and I'm worried about touching it up on another layer. I've got PCBs due tomorrow to build a control interface with real pinball controls, including the plunger doodad. You could probably build a pinball machine. I know you've got like the talent for it. Or at least the electrical side of things. I was say, if you could build a pinball machine, what would it be? Right, let's give me a new layer. Drop that one down to about there. Flip that one to here, go red. So I can start trying to refine this a little bit more so it doesn't look as iffy. Right, so let's start with the nose. Right, so ba-da-ba-da-da-dee. Let's try and look at that shape there, see what you've got. And then it is a bit, so it's almost like coming down from the water. Ooh, I need to make the picture bigger. Alright, so let's just try that again. Now with slightly more resolution. So you're gonna have that one down to there. So these are just the guidelines. I like to think there's more guidelines. Oop, no, that's way too severe. So it's try to think out how to describe that one. A gentle curve there, and a sharper curve there, curving out to a pitch. I think I've drawn. Oh, they're way too small. That's way too small. Brain is thinking too small there. Alright, so you're gonna be looking. Let's try and get. Let's try this one again. Right, if you give yourself that to start with. Hello, Zeba. Thanks for popping by. So I need to. Right, it's slightly better, So you're gonna have that up to there. Oh, go ahead and better try and at least get one line there, Madcat. Oh, close enough. What's it about the trapdoor? Yeah, true. Usually, bird, feed me. Or is that the wrong trapdoor? Also, I have to thank DPD for their wonderful delivery. So I had a voucher for Lego that was going to expire for like money off. So I was like, well, I might as well, use it rather than lose it. So I decided to buy myself a Lego kit. And got a email like DPD will do the delivery. If you're not in, they'll leave it and take a photograph of it. And I'm like, brilliant, yeah, leave it and take a photograph of it. That's real secure. So I chose the option to deliver to a neighbour. Get home today and there was nothing. There was no note left saying it had been left anywhere. Unfortunately, the place I'd asked them to leave it was closed, so I'm like, I just hope they've got it. And then, just out of curiosity, I thought, I wonder if they've pushed the note under the door to the boiler room, which links to the shop. I thought it wouldn't be the first time a delivery company's done that. So I looked into the boiler room, couldn't see anything. I thought, oh no, they haven't done that. Okay. And I was like, wait a minute, there's a strange shadow that doesn't normally look like it should be there. So I opened the door, and sure enough, they just left the parcel in the boiler, in the shop. I'm like, gee, thanks for that, guys. It's nice to know if that had fucking walked, you'd have probably been like, well, we told you we were going to leave it unattended. So what the hell happened to, delivering to people rather than just, taking it to the spot and then being like, yep, close enough. Alright, actually, I want to just quickly put this here on a separate layer because I need to figure out how it's going to look. So I normally give you her down the side of her head to cover where her ears would not, human ears would be. So I just need to figure out what I'm doing with that. And then that's too long. Oh, no. Let's do that. Close enough on accounts of horseshoes and hand grenades. You forgot artillery as well. But yeah, not parcel delivery. No, not leaving it in an unattended laundrette for God knows. I think I got the message saying they deliver it between 11 and 12. So it's been sat there a good portion of the day, and thankfully the local jippos haven't come in today, because I get the feeling if they'd have come in, that parcel wouldn't be there. That's so yeah, I'm just usual gripes about parcel delivery to this place. Ooh. Hello, Lupistine. How are you this evening? Thanks for popping by. So her ears would. trying to figure out how I want the fluff to flow, or rather how the fluff should flow. There we go. That worked very well, thank you. Been in the strips last week, and more ideas on the way. Ooh, awesome. I'll have to have a look at the illustrations when I can. Who's the character? So at the minute it's just going to be my OC, Loyu, just because she's, when I can't think of anything to draw, I usually draw Loyu just for practice. I am using a photograph reference of Haniame, who's a cosplayer, but this is like a photograph of her just in a kimono next to some sakura blossom, and I just really liked it, so I thought I'll try and draw that, and then adjust it. Oh, I'm going to need to make her ears bigger though. Loyu does have big ears. It's the only problem, I zoom in and then I forget to look at the actual image. So, but yeah, at the minute I'm just progressing my way through to rough it up and see what I like, and then I bring up a new layer, neaten it up a bit more, and you know, ad infinitum repeat. Right. So I now need to try and do this hand. So let's go back to that layer so I can draw it on here. Actually, bring up a new layer just because I want to make sure I don't mess this one up. So, but yeah, I decided to do a bit of photo reference work because I want to practice a bit of shading. Because whilst I did well on my test one with the war face picture, I wanted to get more practice in on colouring. And I figure if I use a photograph, I can at least say, right, that's what it should look like. Let's try and replicate. Good intentions and all that. We shall see how it ends up. I know the feeling with OCs being the go-to. Ah yes, yeah. It's just one of the handy little things. I mean, hell, I've had this character in my head for over 20 years, I think, give or take. Oh, it's about 20 years now, actually, thinking on it. So yeah, she's slowly evolved in my head. One day she'll get out. But not today. Sorry. But yeah, thank you very much, though. And yeah, I'll have a gander at that, and we shall have a look. I like looking at other people's art. Sometimes I look at it and go, oh, that's really awesome, how did you do that? And I'm like, ooh, I get to learn new skills. Then I'll see things I think, well, that's a nice idea, I might have a look at that one for future streamy stuff. I had someone asking me why don't I sell my art, and I'm like, I am nowhere near being able to sell stuff yet. That and also then fall into the, how do I sell this? I mean, it's like, I have no idea what prices. I've never thought of that, just because it's never been something I'd ever thought about. I just like drawing. I know a lot of people do art for like business and all that, so I'm just like, I just do it because I like drawing. Right, so let's use green because I want it to stand out as a rough. I'm not too lost if it's not perfect. So this, now what I'm trying to do is draw the lines I can see for the kimono, so I can try and figure out how all that goes. One day should be a real waifu just to make a deal with Genie, Faye, or Monkey's Paw. It's alright, I've got this little cat-looking creature with two eyes, two little red eyes, doesn't blink. I was going to make a deal with him, seemed okay, seemed legit. There's a lot of admin and business involved, some drove fun, yeah. Yeah, it's, to me drawing is just, it's relaxing. You know, it's something I can do to relieve the stress of the day, or just I have an idea pop in my head, I want to quickly sketch it. I'm not one of these where people come up and say, "Oh, can you draw X, Y, Z?" I'm like, maybe. I've had a friend at work who wants me to draw a picture of her and Amy Winehouse, I think it is. She's infatuated with the singer. Just don't tell her she's already dead. She doesn't like that. But yeah, I've done that a couple of times just as a challenge, really. It was like, when she said it, it's like I'd heard the name, but I had no idea who she is or what she looked like. So I did a quick Google for a couple of images and then was like, oh, okay, yeah, now I've got an idea what she looks like, and drew an anime version of her. Needless to say, she was chuffed with that. So now she's asked if I can do one of them two together. So I'm like, yeah, sure. Just, find us a good couple of photo references of her and I'll see what I can do. But that's something I can sketch at work. Taking a break from sketching at work briefly though, just to do some things that my counsellor suggested. She was saying to do puzzle books and stuff like that to help, because I've been worried with my memory going crud. And she just thinks it's just, I'm not using my brain as much as I used to, and that's why. And I'm kind of worried that, the whole shebang in November may have caused more permanent issues. So this is a handy little way of finding out and testing the old grey matter and getting it back into some form of use. So yeah, I've been sat there. I've actually got real pleased. I've been doing Sudoku puzzles. Never was good at them. I've actually managed to do one now. I'm like, hey! Achievement unlocked. Complete a Sudoku before you're 40 years of age. Drop some of my let's move into players from Discord thingy for anyone ever zoo. Ooh, 1 second. Now I have all the monitor space. I can do that now. 1 second. Ooh. Oh, that's awesome. Oh, yes. Oh, they're cool. Yeah, I'd love it. Having a look at like some of the early ones that you've done there. It's something I struggle with is just the simple two color, black and white image. I've never had much luck in doing them before, but they always come off really great there. That's awesome. Cheers for that. QB is the super devil will never deal with it. Well, now you tell me. Comes from a fear of colouring, so yeah. Yeah, colouring's not something I'm that great with, which is another reason I wanted to do this, because I'm like, I know what I can do here. I keep trying to scroll the photograph down, I can't because the photograph's full. But yeah, I figured if I do a photo image, I can then at least have a look at it and say, oh, so that's what I'm supposed to have done there. But still, I was kind of chuffed with how Warface turned out, to be honest. Even though looking at it afterwards, I was like, I completely neglected the right-hand side. And I needed to put something there, I just couldn't figure out what it would be, so I just kind of left it. And I think it kind of shows. But, I'll take it. To be honest, the thing I liked the most was the sunset. I think I managed to get that right. The rest of it, not too happy with. But it works, so I'm not going to fuss too much. But yeah, the sunset, I was like, yeah, I think I nailed that. Again, I'm also struggling looking at this, like, what exactly am I drawing here? I know it's like the big bow thing on the kimono, but I really should pick, fashion that I actually know what I'm going to draw, rather than looking at stuff and going, I have no idea what that is. It just makes it so much easier if you have an idea of what you're supposed to be drawing. But hey, we shall go for it. Let's see what happens. What's the worst that could happen? Oh, actually, no, that's actually there. Of course, the fun part in all this as well is also trying to do the colouring for all the pattern that's going to be on here. Never thought of that one. I will never get over the Malcolm when one of the cosplayers was well, she had to go to bed, so when the prices were called, the bank and pick one. Yes. I just got this image, this little Barbie sort of chewing on the ears of giving. He was like, no, stop it. What are you doing? You're supposed to make a wish. I am not food. Alright, okay. And then let's just quickly. Actually, no, I probably want to. No, let's do it with that. That'll do. Actually, if I do that, don't need to be too drastic here because I've still got to line this all in. But I just want to try and get the image sort of like the photograph to at least give me an idea what to start with. And then let's go to that one. So let's go pencil. And then go to that one. Bring that size down a second because I want to have. Ooh, fudge. Try and make it look like this is in the background. And then bring the size back up again. And then the actual background is very blurry. But I can at least So that is about there. Alright, okay. Let's try and neaten this up then. So, create that as rough. That's that. Put there. Just makes things a bit easier. Let's start the fine layer. So this can be. Hoping to go back to Open Enemy Hunt. Actually, it's on. Going to have to wrangle a ticket if there is one, but Miss Solitude used to work in the apocalypse. Yeah. Week 6. So legal into 7. Yeah, and if I get a chance, as I said, I'm still waiting to hear back from them, but I'm hoping to be able to get out to you next week, Jay. You're still getting Mr. Nothing again there, Saber. Yes. Thank you. Yes, it's just an idea, just to place things like the image, and then I can work on there. She does have a weird little, I guess it's like a flower in her hair. So at the back here, which way was it? That was the green. Let's put it on there because I'm not too worried if I sort of mock up what I can see. Because I was thinking of adding like a bit of spice and flavour to it, is have, ooh, God, it's actually very pink, the flower decoration that's there, but then also something that isn't there is having like a little streamer band kind of thing. I don't know, just something to flutter in the wind. Although there wouldn't be that much wind now, that wouldn't work. Ah, curses, curses, curses. Maybe just have it coming. No. Just have it coming down at the back, and then have it hidden behind there. I'm thinking I've got to come up with that anyway. I'm still not happy with these ears though. Do I make them bigger? I'll worry. I'll do that when I get to the actual final version. So let's try and get this neatened up a bit. Oh, wrong pen. That's why it's looking bloody awful. It's got a pen. I was like, why does that look really awful? Oh wait, yeah. What about a bit of spice and more? Ooh. I'm liking that thought. Yes. Oh, my Mentos. Let me just find mouse cursor on one of these screens. Because her eyes are slightly different to what you, so I need to quickly sketch something up. Because I've got to try and take, I want to try and take the big anime eyes, and unless I actually just try and make it, do I just try and make it look more like one of the illustrations? It might be easier. No, start small, work your way up big. Because if I go for one of the more officially images, so I quickly hop back to Actually, we'll just use this layer. We'll just use this one. I'll sketch it up on here briefly. Let me just... So, the main changes are here I've got smaller ears. If you look at some of the art, I mean, she's got tiny ears. But she does have the advantage of having her cover up there. Which is very similar to what I've already got there, actually. So, actually, then, since I've already pretty much drawn it, I just need to sort the eyes out to make it look more like... Hang on. There is someone I've got on here who's done a realistic version of her. Yeah, that does as reference material. Can't exactly show it on stream because, you know, it's horror in a natural habitat. So, if I go for a mix between the two, because it's funny, if you look at some of the official art, her ears are tiny. But a lot of the fan art does tend to go for the bigger versions, so if I go for a mix between the two, oh, a bit too aggressive on that bit there. Okay. Oh, hello, Banana. Welcome to the stream. Thanks for popping by. So yes, it was going to be Loyu, and then the idea was put in chat of doing horror from Spice and Wolf, and I'm like, yes. I mean, you know, I'm not going to be one to turn down the Wise Wolf. Actually, I just catch up on the chat. Saber, stop poking banana. What do you mean I get the idea? And again. And technically speaking, cat toys generally have lasers. Well, I mean, you can use a laser as a cat toy. It's hilarious. What's brilliant is if you sort of let the cat chase the laser for a while, and then when it puts its paw down, you turn the laser off, and then the cat lifts its paw up, and then it's like, where'd it go? Confused cat noises. Bells, lasers, feathers, catnip. It's almost like my average weekend. Although the fact I was like, I'm going to neaten this up, and then the idea of doing horror came up. I'm like, I'm going to mess this up. Also, try and figure out what I'm doing. Woohoo! Progress! Alright, I do believe I need to try and get this a little bit lower, because I think I did it a bit too high anyway. Ooh, well. I've got to keep reminding myself I don't really need to worry about making it perfect on this run, because I'm going to try and neaten it up, but I just want to at least try and get it somewhat like I want it. I think it might be too big, let me just... I think that eye's too big. No! That went wrong. Just lower that in a bit so I can try and bring that down. And then... oh, fudge. One of these days I'll remember I can actually zoom on this. I'll have to sit with my head glued right next to the screen going, I can't really see it that well. Ooh, that's a bit aggressive erasing there. That. Explains a lot during the laser tag. Wow! What did I do wrong during laser tag? No, this dog beach. Am I holding all the catnip? Maybe. I was thinking next I heard a BBC commentator think the best attempts. Best attempts when talking in the triathlon. Doing the part that that's like Gandalf. Yes, it's a Gandam now. Oh yeah, I remember you saying about the BMW race, the red flag. Yeah, the guy pulling out the rather questionable inflatable companion. But hey, if they're going to get the cameras on you, be prepared. It's like, do you have your Google pose if the Google car drives past? Annoyingly, I've only ever seen the Google car pass me once, and it came from behind whilst I was cycling. I was like, oh, for fudge sakes. How am I supposed to get my Google pose ready if you come from behind? And before anyone says it, no, that's not what she says. Oh, blah, 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 flub. Let's try that one again, shall we? Alright, let's look at that without all the horrific mess. Let's just clear that up a bit. Right, so let's work on her ears. Let's clean this up a bit. Clean that up on there. Looks like an onion. Google car looks like it's a Dalek strapped to the roof. Well, I suppose you could get a sonic screwdriver and sort of stand there and wave it. What's this talk of cats? We found they got a crap. A crap? Pair! Well, I mean, if you've got a cat, you're going to have that as well. Crunchy, and she's an angel. Awesome! Isn't her name is Crunchy and she's a ginger, which can't get over. Aww, awesome. Yeah, I can't be trusted naming cats. I mean, the first cat that I remember us having, wanted to call it Worf because it clung on, but we weren't allowed to do that. So my mum called it Chloe. Then me and my brother kept referring to it as Demog, and then in the end that's all it ever answered to. So we had a cat that was effectively called the cat. So yes. But then technically my mum can't complain. She did have two budgerigars, one called Budge, the other one Regar. So, you know. And just to really confuse things, she's now got another cat which she calls Mouse. But that's more to do with the noise it makes. It doesn't meow, it just goes meow, meow. Also, after having a very, very feral-esque kind of cat, almost, Mouse was... We weren't quite sure Mouse was a cat to start with, because you could pick Mouse up and she wouldn't try and claw you. We put her in a cat box, no problem. Because she's like a rescue cat, and she's got... I think it's like effectively similar to cat AIDS or something daft like that. But she's got to have eye drops and all this sort of stuff. And my mum's like, how'd you give a cat eye drops? And the vet, and, oh, it's like this, and just grabbed hold of Mouse, just boom, boom, eye drops, and Mouse just like blinked, like, ugh. And that was it. I'm like, that's not a real cat. It didn't attack you. And I thought, just see the cake. It's made for a birthday. No, I didn't see that. I shall have a gander. This kind of music got a few of that myself in Moonland. Yes. Yeah, I'm still sort of umming and ahhing do I go and pull the trigger on the hoodie and the hat. I mean, it would kind of make sense. It's just I'm like, can I do it? So actually, let's try something different. Let's try making both the ears go the same way for a change. Ta-da! Who knows? It might work. Although I did see on the shop wall that you can't get it anymore, which is kind of a shame because now I've shaved my head, it would actually suit. But they did like the headscarf for Marine with the world map, and it's like a pirate-esque map in a headscarf, and I was like, that would be perfect. But I think I need to get like a headscarf or something, especially if I'm going to conventions and whatnot. More just so that if it's hot and whatnot, I don't have to worry too much about sweat pooling down my face. Unfortunately, I still can't stop that. Cursed biology fighting against me. Eyes aren't right. I need to sort them out. I'll do that when I come to do the neatening it up. Mouth, no, not happy with. Cursed sun, yes. Very much. The Dawn Star needs to learn its place. Oh, yeah, I need to sort those eyes out. They're too big. If it's a realistic image, the eyes are too big, mouth's too small. So I need to try and adjust for that. Okay. So, just jot this down so I know for later. I like the idea of this image. It's going to just progress eventually. And it'll be like 1,000,001 just... It's too big. Yeah, I mean, you know, it could be worse. It could be bigger, I guess. But it's... If I drop that down to there, and I'll try and see if I can't get them. So if... I'm on the wrong layer. Nope. Eyes. Why? Why can't I like characters with only like one eye showing or something like that? That's the other thing, this eye. That moment where I'm twisting my arm to do this, and I'm like, I can just twist the canvas. So that. Sorry, gone quiet again, just constipating on the image. Ooh, nope, too far in. They look better. I think they look better. Yeah. Still not happy with the curve there though. Might need to adjust that. Ooh, too far. bit. Pull that off there. That's to there. That's a better look. I found a song about who's nice where look up Army of Tigers by Galactic Kraken. Doing acrobatic performances just trying to get a curved line. Yep. Yeah, press R. No, must twist harder. You got bones you can break. There you go. Yep, absolutely. Because normally I get the piece of paper and I turn the paper, and my brain is very aware that this is not a piece of paper. So it's like you've got to turn the device. And I'm like, but you can't. Okay, so twist your arm. And I'm like, no, you can press this button. If you haven't got one on the mouse, I can. Wah! You'll spin me right around, baby. Copyright strike. Copyright strike. Annoyingly, I should have done the guidelines on a separate layer, but that would have been smart. I don't do smart. Oh. Alright, okay. So, nose, yeah, nose. I wonder if the nose might need to come down a bit more. Have I done the nose too short for the face? I think I may have. So look at the photo. Right, so yeah. So let's try. Let's try getting it to focus on the window first, and then actually put it a bit further down. Potato. God damn it. It's weird trying to actually do sort of semi-realistic noses on images, because you ever tried to draw real noses? They're bloody hard. And yes, arms are meant to rotate 360 degrees. That's perfectly fine. If your arm doesn't rotate 360 degrees, you're doing it wrong. Right, so let's actually go to the photograph. Oh, I forget that doesn't do zoom anymore. I changed one of the settings and it stopped my mouse doing zoom. There's a certain point where you zoom in too much and it just becomes pixels and you're like, which pixel does what? Good old JPEG artifacts. I'm trying to figure out how... So that is, if I was going to say, there's a slight smile to it. So let's try... No. We're using all the layers. So that's what I've got to try and aim for. Actually, let's bring that one up a bit more. Oh, for Pete's sakes. Yep, that, thank you. And then I might actually just want to make it a very dazzling colour so I can actually see it. I know what it is. is that layer. Good, good, good. Right, so from the corner there is almost like a... Oop, wrong color. Oop, wrong button. Again, harking back to my friend saying, "Oh, you should become a tattoo artist." Yeah, no. You're sat in a tattoo chair and the guy's going, "Oh, whoopsie." You didn't need that, right? Yeah, that's cool, thanks. Inadvertently turned some hardcore biker into dyslexic person, something like that, with inadvertent spelling of a word or whatnot. Lips. Why must you be so difficult? Well, I have just seen that that's wrong there. That's got to try and meet up with that. Right, so let's ditch that layer on the top to make things easier to see. I've just done the exact same size lip again. I have, haven't I? Well, sort of. That bit's different. Head desk. Although, I can't really do that because that's where the thing is. So why is there a different kettle illustration? It's such a suggestion, it's like sent to a Chrome coach you do buses. At the point with dedicated practice, but then sometimes it's a different field. Yeah, it's also trying to draw on skin. You know, it's I mean, I'm sure it's easier for them because they've got all the stuff. But I remember one Manami, the French one, asked if I could draw his command seal tattoo on his hand from Fate Stay Night. Very simplistic design, had to be drawn. Wasn't utter sod to do, and I was using blooming Sharpies, and it wasn't like I was pressing hard, but skin doesn't want to stay smooth or in one place. You know, it wants to. You run your finger across it, you will see your skin flexes and is pulled by your finger. I imagine it's the same with tattoos. It's, you know, the skin wants to follow what's attacking it effectively. That, and I also think it'd be kind of weird having a guy do tattoos who doesn't have any tattoos and has no interest in tattoos. Or I should say, no interest in getting tattoos, I should say. I've seen some tattoos that have been bloody awesome, it's brilliant, but it's just, yeah, not something I could probably do. Ooh. Turn the picture. Oh. I'm most reminded of I think it's the Robin Williams sketch where he says, people go out and when they're young they get a tattoo, and it's, you know, this picket fence on their arm, and then as they grow older it turns into like, it's like barbed wire it starts off as, and then it turns into a picket fence as you grow older. I always remember my, one of my uncles was ex-merchant navy. He was covered in tattoos, but they were all the old horrid looking faded blue kind of thing ones. I did watch a video on how tattoos are applied from Smart Every Day, which did it in like slow motion and up close. That was kind of interesting to see. It's also kind of interesting to hear that when you have tattoo removal and how it works. But yeah, if you have tattoo removal, effectively you poop out your tattoos. Yes, yeah, the tattooist needle gun is very different. And again, it's one of these things, you watch the slow motion of it up close, and it's horrific to look at, really, because it's this needle jabbing into the skin, but because it's like zoomed in up close and slow motion, the skin's like this trampoline that's bouncing. You should take the suggestions of someone saying, I like your work so much I think it's good enough to be etched on someone forever. And shitting tattoos sounds good. Well, it is until you realise how much money it is that you're pooping out, but yes. Because effectively on a tattoo, it's science time with my cat, in a tattoo, when the needle jabs you, it puts like chunks of like the exotic metals in that have the colour in, and then your body tries to break them down and it can only handle the small bits. So that's why tattoos fade slightly, because the smaller bits are eaten up by your body, not the bigger bits. And then when you have tattoo removal, it basically breaks these down into small chunks, so your body can then come along and take the small chunks and get rid of it, and then you poop it out. So, you know, science. I wish people would think of that when they're up chucking alcohol. No, because you just know that someone would be like, that's 300 quid of vodka right there. Oh, I'm going to get it back. You know, thought for the day. There will be people who do that. You know, if my mum works in hospital, she dealt with people who drank bloody Old Spice because it contained alcohol. So, you know, just want to, put that one out there because you just know someone is going to do that. It's not a nice thought, but someone's going to do it. If it's stupid and someone can do it, someone probably already has. Oop, come on, give me this. Go. Oh wait, no, I want to do this on I want to muck about with the hair on another layer rather. No, actually, I've already set up another. Am I going crazy? No, I've already set up the other layer. Brain. This is what I'm like at work. Where they got me off the phone. I'm like, did I do that? I'm not quite sure if I did that. I'll do it again. Oh wait, no, I've already done it. There it is. Whoops, I've got like 4 times the print needed. Oh well. That's the reason I started trying to do puzzle books, to sort of try and help. Also cue one of the younger members of staff going, oh god, it's my birthday next week, I'm so old. It's like, how old are you? 23. I'm like, well, fuck off. Literally, she's surrounded by people who I think the youngest person there is probably about 30. The next youngest, I should say. And it's just like, 23? Oh, nah. Still, you know, it gives me a chance to flex my Back in my day, when Pluto was still a planet. I'm just worried that one day I'm actually going to say that and people are going to be like, wait, Pluto was a planet? Almost as bad as when I left Sainsbury's one evening. Oh, it's cold outside. No, sorry, somebody else said it's cold outside, and I chimed in with, there's no kind of atmosphere, I'm all alone. And then they all just looked at me like I was going crazy, and I'm like, seriously, none of you ever heard that? Like, I thought Red Dwarf was the staple diet of anyone who had a TV with connection to Dave. Or, you know, the older generation who actually watched it, you know, on TV when it first aired. Sobs in old man. It was actually fun as well at work today. I was sorting out some incoming mail, and some of it was from solicitors, and one was solicitors which was founded in, established 1998. And I sat there and I went, oh, that's not too long ago. And then I went, but there's people who've got houses that we're dealing with that weren't alive when. I was like, oh my god, I'm old. I'm going to be the old folk channel at this rate, I think. Keep doing my old man impression. I just talk. I won't catch my chats. Don't drink often, it's actually pissing money away. Yeah, I mean, there's no harm in having the occasional drink, you know, because the other way to look at it as well is, you know, there is that whole mental uplift to it as well. But yeah, you drink too much, it is just literally pissing it all away. My third should I keep the tolerance up always low. Yeah. Oh, that makes me worship the porcelain throne. I always thought it was more for calling for Jesus on the great porcelain telephone. Or, you know, looking for Huey. Which was also so sentient until the scientists changed their mind. True, yeah, if you can get your beer cheaper than your soft drinks, then why not? I mean, if you can drink beer, go for it. I can't drink any alcohol or soft drinks, so I'm stuck with water and tea. Copious amounts of tea. All the tea. And the downside with drinking so much tea is after a while I'm like, yep, I'm gonna need to go take a leak. I mean, yeah, Pluto was a planet. It was named after Mickey Mouse's dog, but, you know. Where's all the rum gone? Apparently to Penana's place. Yeah, no, I get too much gas from soft drinks. I can have them, but it's very... I have them and then I'm just burping for, like, the next 20 minutes. And it's just more... I don't know, it's one of these things where I'm just like, I could do without the burping. But, you know, I'll have soft drinks if it's, like, the only thing around or whatnot. It's just as if I do have them, expect lots of gas from it. Actually, just reminds me of thinking on it just randomly. We were discussing it in work a bit back, and how I inadvertently live a healthy lifestyle even though I don't. Or because I'm a skinflint. It's like I could spend my money on other things like airsoft and anime and guns in anime and stuff like that. So I don't need to buy things like salt or sugar or ketchup. Although I buy it occasionally. Well, it's mostly barbecue sauce, but you know, I prefer that over ketchup. But it's that kind of thing, like condiments and stuff like that. I just don't bother with. And people are like, you know, it's like how can you cope without it? I'm like, simple. I just don't. Like, what about fish and chips? I'm like, well, I have chips and I have fish. Yeah. Do I know anyone who collects decorative blades? I did. They live back up north though. Don't know if they still do. Can always try and get in touch with them. I do kind of worry, like, what kind of decorative blade? Are we talking like batlets, or am I thinking the wrong kind of decorative here? The dagger I want to shift. Oh god, this stream is so going to get taken down. Arms deal. Vaguely, yes. I can sort of remember it, but it's one of those things where it's so long ago, its brain is very bleh. Wait, you can give me spare arms? Awesome. Can I get like another 2 and just sort of strap them to me so I can actually draw and drink and do other stuff as well? That would be awesome. 2 arms is not enough. And remember folks, wear short sleeves. Support your right to bear arms. Lovely no sleeves. Well, you know, if you want to wear a vest, yeah, go ahead. I just prefer short sleeves. But that's because I'm an uncouth barbarian who doesn't worry about shaving under his arms, so if I wear a short sleeve vest, it's like a afro sticking out either side of me. So I try and avoid that where I can. You get the fashion police looking at you otherwise. I'm like, I don't give a damn. It works both ways. You don't have to shave there, people. Intending you don't have to shave at all, but, you know, some people like to. I'm talking about weird stuff, aren't I? I should really stop talking. There you go, banana. You know, someone fitting for something like that. Saber. Alright, no, it's just a fridge going. I thought for a second it was raining, and I was like, you gotta be kidding me. The weather today looked like it wasn't going to rain, so I left my windows upstairs open. But no, it's just my fridge kicking in. It makes a bit of a racket. I just have to stop and take my headphones off, like, is that rain? Could always shave the conversation for later, yes. It's a very good idea, that. Wait, no, that's not that layer, that's that layer. Slightly better? Question mark? Actually, happy enough with that, let's drop that down. Eyes are definitely better. I think the mouth works now, I've actually got it the right way around. Still, whoops, still not sure if it's long enough. But the only thing I could think of doing would be extending it out this way more. I think that might just look really weird. Oh, good point, flip the canvas. Always a good call, forget about that one. If I broke that in too harsh. I'm still got to do the hair bundle at the back, but I'm wondering. Test layer. Hello? Pen? Because I'm on the wrong tool. And I was like, why is my pen not working? Because you're trying to rub out stuff, you pilchard. Let's go crazy. Let's do big, and then work our way small. Take the ears off, you know, paint it blonde, give it a huggy. Whoops, I just pressed the wrong button there. Yeah, something I forgot to just flip the canvas over. Oh, ooh, that's something. We need to trim that hair flat. Rather than pointy, it's more gotta have flats. And I don't like the way that curves, so I might bring that out to flat on that. Same with that, that's okay. I'm actually wondering. Oops. Oh no, it looks kind of really weird. I'll keep that there, just a hint of that. As soon as I've got this layer out, let's try and have a look at that being extended a bit more. And let's try and give it a bit of shading to make it easier to see over the old one. That's not straight. It's also not centered either. Alright, let's sort that out. Whoops, too far. Actually, let's try and do that like that instead. Oops. Ooh, all the zoom. I think the actual bit on the lip does help. Just that slight extension to it does help, so yeah, that will work. And yeah, the back of the head looks okay. Ooh, wrong button. Alright, yep. I'll give it the dinky ears. Let's have a quick look through. How do we normally attach them on? Because I've just basically like bonked. Ba-dee-ba-dee-ba-dee. Again, it varies from artist to artist, and it depends on whether you're looking at the anime or not. Let's have a quick look. Yes, Ava, you do you. Because at the end of the day, it's your life. You're allowed to have fun. And, you know, it's fun cosplaying. Male, female, doesn't matter. I want to dress up as a blooming, warrior of justice and just so happens to run around in a sailor uniform, I shall do so. Whoops. Ooh, almost pressed the wrong button there. That would have been annoying. When you realise that Control E, which is to merge layers down, is right next to Control W, which is to close windows. Also thinking whilst I've got art on the mind, on the next Steam sale I might pick up that Passport Out game. The Starving Artist one. That could be funny to stream. Take suggestions from folks what to do and then try and make art out of it. All while surviving in the game. You have to figure out something else to draw the hair there. It doesn't look too awkward, but well, it makes me wonder if I could do the whole having the pin run through. Ooh, do it and have an apple. Oh, like a heart, but apples look like hearts, yeah. Well, if my plan was to try and actually get this whole image done, yeah, so far, no good. Because I've still got all this to work. But, it's getting there. Right. I am going to be calling it there. Mostly because I've got some things I need to get sorted and then actually get some food before I go to bed. Because unfortunately, yes, still got more to do. Passport is still fun. Ooh, awesome. That's fine. That's as much of a endorsement I need for. I shall have to see definitely about picking that one up. But yeah. So yes, thank you very much for turning up and having a watch. I hope you found it somewhat entertaining. Hope you had a pleasant time watching. I will be back, all being well and no migraines, on Friday, so we can actually carry on with Nier Replicant. That will be at 7. And then at 9 on Friday, I'll be joining my friend Karen Russmore, being the Peanut Gallery, as he plays Resident Evil 4. So, because he doesn't like scary games, we're going to be helping him. He's actually looking into making the Peanut Gallery a more regular thing, where he plays scarier and scarier games, whilst me and one of his friends basically sit in the Peanut Gallery and have a laugh whilst he plays. So that'll be me on Friday, and then again, hopefully on Saturday things will go well, and I will be streaming something, question mark. Might see about getting him into Payday, because I want to jump back into that and try a few heists. We'll see how things go. If things are okay, then yeah, I might do a stealth mission. If things aren't, I'll just say, bugger it, we're just going to run in and attack things. But that'll be all for that, and then I'll be back again next Wednesday. So thank you very much to everyone who turned up, whoever you are, wherever you are, and whenever you are, I do hope you've had a great time, and I look forward to catching you on the next stream. Toodles!